Everybody, it's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations. And I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads, fathers, and male caregivers that's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And being part of that team, we've reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And as always, I like to say you are blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. We're broadcasting live on July 11th. July's almost halfway done, people. What if on this side of the world, what are you doing for your summer? Are you having a good summer? Well, I am. And here in Toronto, we're getting another stretch of warm weather. Really and truly, if you look over the last 2 weeks, we haven't had that much rain. We had a bit of rain 2 days ago, but outside of that, and I looked at the forecast, this weekend's supposed to be just straight warm weather. So wherever you are, especially if you're watching this live, shout us out. Put a comment in what you've been up to. Actually, I like to say, give us a win. Give us a win. What's a win that you've had lately? For myself, it's been an interesting week. It has been an interesting week. Lot of stuff doing around the house, doing some trying to overcome some technical challenges of getting some content sent to some people and the software isn't working online. But it's all good. I as I say to people, I never have a bad day. I have bad moments in the day, but I never have a bad day. So this is what's going down. So just for some people here, Ryan was supposed to be here, and I messaged him a few minutes before the show, and he said he has to cover an appointment this morning, so he won't be able to make it. So he says he'll be back on Monday. If he is, he is. If not, the show goes on no matter what. So I got to see some people in the room already. How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? I see some people on the YouTube. And you know what? I should also check, because you know what I'm going to check also. What platform I'm going to check if we're on. Yes, we're on it. I want to say hello to the Substack family. This is working out well. As I said, never perfect, but we got things down when it comes to Substack. How has everyone's week been? What's been going on? Like, I haven't done, this is strange. I haven't done a live broadcast in a few days, which is good. So I can tell people, yes, I do have a life. I'm not in front of a screen all the time, which is always good. Coming up this weekend. So tomorrow we're doing Primetime Saturday Live with Aisha and Lala at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Black Canada Talking will be doing a repeat, and we'll be doing a pre-recorded show on Black Men Can Talk on Sunday evening. So producer Matt, heads up, he's going to have Sunday off, so he can spend more time with his friend. And yeah, because I'm going to be heading out with the family to an event most of Sunday, and family's important to me. So we're going to take time, and the beautiful thing about this technology, we'll still be able to broadcast, but I won't physically be in front of my screen. Plus, you probably had enough of my face for a while anyway, so you know, that's how it goes. Let's see what's going on out there. People are watching on YouTube, but you're not commenting. Why not? Why not? Would love you to comment this morning. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm still fighting with this platform. I get frozen, or my video quality is at times, and I'm looking for the people out there. So how are you liking the platform? Are you liking it better than the other platform that I'm using? Like, this is EV Mux, and I always I love people to add their takes. So I have a question from producer about what's a win I've had this week. I didn't have to mow the lawn because it's so dry. that's a win. I didn't have to mow the lawn because it's been so dry and we've had such a lack of rain. That has been a win that I've had this week. Uh, got out of bed this morning, went outside, sat on the veranda for over 10 minutes, just enjoyed the quietness of the morning. That's another win. What else? What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. There's other ones that are going. For those who may or may not know, one of the things I've been a certified coach since 2015. 2015, I've been a certified coach, and the school that I got my that's a whole thing I love getting into. So let me go down that path for a moment. Since none of you are commenting yet, want to get some comments in there. When people say they're a coach, I always find it interesting when they say they're a coach. What I like to say to them is, "Oh, so where did you go to school to get your coaching certificate?" People just sort of look at me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So yeah, I've been a certified coach since 2015, and I've been affiliated. The school that I graduated from, I've had a good relationship with one of the co-founders of the school. Matt is going to producer Matt's going in on me this morning. So let me finish off that story and I'll go more. And we've had a good relationship. Actually, we met now over 11 years ago. And about 4 or 5 years ago, he said, "Hey, you'd make a good trainer." I said, "Training? Oh, come on. Like, hey, JJ Mars. Hey, JJ Mars. Good to have you in the building, JJ Mars. What's going on in your world? Talking to me, JJ Mars. What's going on south of the border? What isn't going on south of the border? Hey." So let me finish off the training story. So one of the co-founders of the school said, "You make a great trainer." He said this about 4 or 5 years ago. I said, no, I'm not into it. But he has very good intuition. And he just kept on putting it in my head, putting it in my head, putting it in my head. And about 3 years ago, I said, "Okay, let's give this a whirl." And I've been training coaches who want to get their ICF, and the ICF is the International Coaches Federation. I've been training students to get their ICF certification for about 3.5 years now. And they just started a new program, and there's a whole new content that's going on in the coaching program that I train. Had to learn it. I've had to learn it. And at my first new cohort on Monday night, wow, the professional level of the students. I don't know if you've ever been in an environment go, whoa, these people have done a lot. Wow, they have done a lot. And in my past life, I would have been very intimidated, but I just went, hey, no problem. And then I also sat into a class, so long story short, I'm doing a Monday class for the next 16 weeks on Monday evening. And the lady who's supposed to do the Tuesday class, she's actually on a family trip outside of the country for a month. So I'm going to be doing Monday and Tuesday nights for the next 4 weeks. That's 2 hours. And then after she comes back, I'll have still 11 weeks left of this coaching program, training. So very excited about that. I was excited because all new material, all new group of people, but it went in with positive expectation. All right. JJ Mar says, trying to stay out of the heat. Also watching the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime getting ready for the season. Yeah. You know what? We will go to a break. I saw an interview with Coach Prime this week, which was interesting. And yes, we'll want to know what's going on in the heat on your end too. But we're going to go a break for 30 seconds. And because it's a Freestyle Friday, we're going to be doing a lot of interaction. It's all about you. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. So we'll catch you back in 30 seconds on Freestyle Friday on the Morning Vibe. What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here. These are two ladies. They're not all over the place. They're forward and they're straight shooters.
I got to stand in front.
No wonder people don't understand what the Democrats have been doing. That man lied 36,000 times, and we know this because you all counted it.
This is part of the story that a lot of news outlets are not talking about. There it is, primetime Saturday afternoons, Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. with Aisha K. Staggers and Laura Lala Key. And looking forward to tomorrow's conversation because they took last weekend off because it was 4th of July holiday weekend in America. So when you give Aisha and Lala 2 weeks to load up with ammunition, not ammunition, AMM, ammunition. Watch out. You better get ready to duck if you're not strong. All right, let's do some housework here. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Please like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. Why? Because I'm on all of them right now. Then to advertise your business product or service on the show, please email me at dr.vibe at the VIBESHOW.com. And then also to join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Go to Discord or email. Oh, there's a link on there. And you can also go to the email thing and email me. Make you part of the group. And finally, Dr. Tachi, Indie Soup TV, independent content creators platform. She's got about 20 to 25. And I think they're starting their new season really soon. And I'm a part of it. There's a lot of content that I am part of that's on that platform. Plus, I'm an advisory board member. And also, you can catch them at their website, indiesoupmedia.tv. All right. So, getting back to the comments, JJ Marr saying, try to stay out of the heat. How hot is it in Colorado? And the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime. I saw a bit of an interview with Coach Prime this week saying that there should be a max amount that players in the transfer portal in football, in college football in the U.S. should get paid. There should be salary caps, etc. And I agree with them because college football in the United States is just professional football with younger players and lower salary caps. Other than that, it's all good. It's all good. All right, people are quiet this morning. Want to get you guys going. I see someone's watching on Facebook. We got some people watching on YouTube. All right, so when I see things like this happening, I say it's time to get some audience interaction. So for people who are watching live on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel, I've got a poll for you. So let me just get things ready for y'all. Is Tanya Smith, great content creator who I really respect. All right, so we are going to set up our first poll of the day. So let me get this going. All right. All right, so our first poll of the day to get some interaction going on. I got a thing here, a little bug here. All right, so let's get that interaction up. We got a poll for the day. And my question for you is, if I can see the question. Uh-oh. Did I just mess up my... Oh, okay. Coffee or tea to start your day? Sorry for the 2 question marks. Well, how do you start your day? Coffee, tea, neither, or both? So if you're watching the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube page, 1 enter, 2 enter, 3 enter. There you go. Oh, so producer Matt says, I know nothing about American football. Who are the top teams right now? I don't watch as much football as I used to. But the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. And Kansas City Chiefs, they creamed the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. So JJ Mars. Okay. Yeah, so those are the 2 top teams in American football. In a college football, I believe, if I remember, the Ohio State Buckeyes won the national championship last year. Yeah, so so waiting for the season to start. I've been I to be honest, I actually enjoy American college football more than pro a little bit. Well, I don't watch as much football anymore. I'm a full replay person now. Catch the highlights online. For me to sit down and watch a whole game, that's not happening anymore. Nope, that ain't happening. Nope, I got more important things. The time is the most important thing I have in life. Okay, JJ Mar says, who are the top teams in Canada? You mean the CFL or college or university football. I know hardly anything about university football in Canada. Slim to none. In regards to the Canadian Football League, the Professional Football League, the team that won the Grey Cup, which is Canada's version of the Super Bowl, last year was the Toronto Argonauts. If you want to ask me anything more than that, probably won't be able to do much for you. Slim and none. Just shows you how little I pay attention to it anymore. Really and truly. All right, so we got polls going here. So 50% say coffee, 50% say tea. All right, so that's a poll we're running right now on our YouTube channel. So definitely take part. But yeah, I'm a water person, to be honest with you. I don't drink coffee. Interesting story. I've only had 2 cups of coffee in my life. The first time I had a cup of coffee, I go, ooh. No wonder people use coffee to stay awake, because if I had this on a regular basis, it would raunch me awake. I'm not a coffee guy. In tea, once in a while. Once in a while, I'll do the tea thing, but not that often. Not that often. So let's go, people. Freestyle Friday. Come on, we want to get you going here. So Freestyle Friday is all about discussing important subjects with myself or Ryan, or have conversations. Hey, we just want to do the best thing, so discuss any topic you want with myself and when Ryan's here, and any question you'd like to answer or provide suggestions on how to make the show better. That's what we want. So we're looking to create a conversation. Bring your questions, your hot takes, and your suggestions. No topic is off limits. Doesn't mean we're going to answer it. And whether you want to dive into current events, business culture, personal growth, or just want to get something off your chest, I'm here to listen, share your insights, and build community with you. So fire away on Freestyle Friday. Oh, look who's in the house. Frequency Event Promotions. What is going on? We're doing the Freestyle Friday thing. Good to see you here this morning. And good to see you on, was it Wednesday, during Morning Money Conversations with Ray McMillan, Stefan McMillan, and Andrew Stewart. How did you enjoy that? It was a good show. And learned a lot about you during that conversation in regards to some things, Mr. Frequency Event Promotions. So we want to get you involved. So I know you're watching on YouTube. Tell us, what do you use in the morning? Coffee, tea, neither or both. Take part in the poll that's on the YouTube channel, Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel. And you're asking, how am I doing? I am doing fine. I am doing outstanding. Looking forward to the weekend. Got some things to do around the house, and also going to a picnic on Sunday. All right. Matt Duffy, producer Matt, says the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League, is really big in his neck of the woods. Yes, OHL. Man, I wonder how long the OHL has been running for. Be curious to know that, because it's been around for a long time. It's been around for OHL. Curious. So let me just do some other things here. I'm multi-purposing here while we're having a conversation, how we're hanging out today. Okay, Frequency Event Promotion says that was great dialogue between father, son, and special friend. Yeah, that Morning Money Conversations, it was really good. Really, really good. They do it once a month, and actually I spoke with Ray yesterday. We had a really good long conversation, and he appreciated everyone coming in and sharing their takes. So it was a good take on Morning Money Conversations, which I always ask periodically, when is Christopher Lawrence coming on the Morning Vibe? I guess he's so popular that you're never going to see him on the Morning Vibe. Oh, all right. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take down that poll. I got more polls today. I got lots of polls today to get you guys engaged. So let's see if there's another question I have for you. And as I said, while we're doing it, throw up anything. Get Dr. Vibe's takes on things. Would love to hear what you got going on. Ah, okay. I was just thinking. Got a. I'm just thinking. Oh, I already asked that question. So just bear with me. I'm going to. All right. So we're multi-purposing here. So I'm just getting another question ready for the YouTube, the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube family. So just give me a sec here. And I'll be getting back to the questions in just a second. But I've got to do this thing in multi-purpose. So yeah, I'll look on the screen to see if there's anything going on, and then I'll go. So, okay. JG Mar says, I think there was a small black hockey league in America or Canada many years ago. Yes, that is true. I believe it was based on the East Coast. And you are correct. JG Mars, impressed about your impressed. Well, I know you have great knowledge, but I love how you brought that one up. Yeah, there was one a number of years ago. I can't remember the name of it, but there was one that did exist. There was one that did exist. So great take there. Okay, I'm gonna do. What should I do? I was thinking about doing that poll, but there's another one. Oh, okay. Let me put this one up. So bear with me, producer Matt. I'm multi-purposing as we're doing this. And this is why it's Freestyle Friday. We just freestyle on the go. So I'm just creating another poll for the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube family. I think this one will be a good poll. This one will be a good poll. So people bear with Dr. Vibe as he does this right quick. Oh, actually, I saw something this week about Google that was quite interesting. About Google and content creators. Family, Google is coming to wipe out content creators. Really and truly, they're coming to get us in some ways. Well, in all ways, not some ways. They want to be the be all end all. So let me do this. All right. So got another poll up. Let me just get it up here. So just bear with me. I can multi-purpose. And you know what? It didn't show up. That sucks. It didn't change. Oh, forget it. All right, let's go back to the comments. All right. Okay, so frequency event promotion goes, I'm much more of a tea drinker. All right. And he goes, I'm always on the show. Yes, you're always on the show in the audience. We're talking about being on screen. You know, that's what we're talking about. Hey, Food Plane, what is up? Good to see you here this morning. I am just trying to get something going here because I got a lot of you here and I want to do some polls. And this thing is driving me crazy. It's driving me absolute because I had a really nice. Okay, let's do it again. All right. Gonna do another poll here. Now let's make sure it do the right thing this time. Do the right thing. Let's see if it comes up this time. It doesn't do it. Oh, what are you doing to me? Oh, got it. All right. You know what? Persistent. So we got another poll. Okay, we got a lot of things. Foodplane goes, I know recently YouTube doesn't want AI-led video or voiceovers. Yes, I've heard about that. There's a lot of controversy going on about that in regards to AI video and voiceovers. I think, they're not, if you're a content creator, there's something going on about YouTube not letting you monetize your videos if they're AI video. And he said they started taking down videos already. I've read a whole bunch about this, and the gentleman who I trust the most in that space, he gave some clarity on it, and I paid attention, but not as much as I used to. But yes, that is a hot issue right now with content creators. That especially went on a few weeks ago with CapCut with its new terms and conditions and YouTube doing its thing there. It's a hot topic. Yes, that is true. What is true? You don't become like Fitness IQ Cam. Now, I've got another poll. All right. So here's a poll for the people watching on YouTube. Balance, finding mentorship, building wealth, or self-care. So either press 1, 2, or 3, or 4 and enter on the YouTube channel. I'll be very curious to know what those biggest challenges are for you. All right, let's go to okay. Okay, she says, so Food Plane says they are not monetizing videos. I think if it's not monetizing videos, I think it's just not monetizing AI videos. Yeah, they're not monetizing AI videos. I don't think they're not monetizing videos at all. No, YouTube would be in severe trouble if they did that. Wouldn't surprise me. But they would be in severe trouble if they went that route. So come on, everybody, want you to take part. Food Plane says, my thing is, why do you have to take the video down? Just don't monetize it. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, Food Plane says, yes, it's only AI videos. Yes, okay. Well, I'm gonna delve more into that. Like, I don't do it. I don't like, and actually it was interesting. I was thinking about going into creating some AI videos, avatars of myself. And I don't know if I'm going to go there right now. So we have someone that's finally voted in regards to our poll that's up right now, saying self-care, got building wealth. Love it. Okay. So love it. Hey, if you can, if you're watching on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel, we got a poll going on. What's the biggest challenge you face in your personal growth journey? 1, work-life balance. 2, finding mentorship. 3, building wealth. 4, self-care. So we got some votes in already. Hey, would love you to do some more voting. Get it interactive. Okay, we've got all right, so we got 3. All right. Bunch of you watching. Take part in the poll. Lots of people watching. Freestyle Friday. Freestyle Friday. Love you to get engaged. You can ask Dr. Vibe anything too if you want. I think I may have missed a question earlier on. I don't know if I did or not. But hey, I'm still here. You can react it. Be right back, Dr. Vibe. No worry, Frequency Event Promotions. We ain't going anywhere yet. We're not going anywhere yet. All right, let me just catch up on some things because there's a bunch of things I still got to do before we keep on going. How come more people aren't taking part in the poll? I thought these be good questions. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Also, too, you can ask me anything. I should say, coming up on Monday's show, Carolyn Nicole, certified holistic nutritionist, she'll be back for her monthly visit. Can't remember what she's talking about. I know she sent it to me yesterday, but whenever Carolyn is on, there is huge amount of engagement. So if you got your questions about health, Monday's the day. Monday's the day. Come check it out. I know it's a good topic. Well, she always has good topics, but come and check it out on Monday. It's going to be always good when Carolyn is on. Always good. All right. Now, I just want to wonder, are you guys not poll people? Are you not poll people? Come on now. I thought these are good general questions that are not too invasive. Or is everyone just wanting to see Dr. Vibe just go Han Solo throughout the conversation? Maybe that's it. Oh, there we got a the food plane says Carolyn rocks. Yes, she does. Oh, okay. Saw another question. All right. Food plane says, "Were you born in Canada?" Yes, I was. Interesting enough, I said, yeah, I was born in Canada, a city called Oshawa, which is about 40 minutes drive from where I live right now. So yes, I was born in Canada. So I am first generation Canadian Jamaican. So there you go. And it's interesting. I've been doing this for a while. Actually, I had hair when I started doing this, believe it or not. And I didn't start getting questions asked about me until the pandemic, because everyone was inside, and then all of a sudden people started asking, "So, what are you all about, Dr. Vibe?" Da da da. And I didn't get any questions asked, but ever since the pandemic, and people starting to interview me, etc., etc. Okay. Good morning, C Nurse K. How are you? And C Nurse K puts a 4. All right, she voted too. Thank you, C Nurse K. Good question. How often do I visit the States? That's an interesting question. As little as possible these days. I haven't been to the United States in a long time. I have to admit, haven't been, and I don't really envision wanting to travel in the States for a long time. I am not. Okay, I can't even tell you the last time I went to the U.S. Yeah, I can't even tell you the last time I went to the US. Well, I can't do. I know a number of years ago when I was working in the company, we did a company trip to Las Vegas. And OMG, was it hot. Whoa. Like walking along on the street in my flip-flops, it was so hot, the heat was coming through my flip-flops. And I said, whoa. But I was there for about 4 days. That was enough for me. Like, if you love gambling and all that, it's great. Wasn't, but if you love food, oh, Las Vegas, so much food choice. Loved the food, and also went to see I don't know if anyone's heard about them, the Blue Man Group. That was good. The Blue Man Group performance was really, really good. Really, really good. I had a good time with that. But Vegas, not been there, done that. So I don't go a lot, and I've heard it's funny. A close associate of mine, I won't give names or anything. She wanted to go do some family. She lives in the United States. She wanted to go to Barbados, and because she decided not to go, and it was something important she needed to do, she decided not to go because she isn't a naturalized U.S. citizen, and she was concerned about coming back into the United States. And it's going to be interesting to see, as I just put a note here. So I don't. Now, if I was really wanting, there's some places I wouldn't mind going to the States. San Diego is one. Would like to go to Arizona. I've heard a lot of interesting things about Arizona. But that's just added sauce. I got to catch up on some questions here. I know I may be a little behind. Okay, we're there. Where do you go when you visit? So yeah, I think I covered that. I don't really I have a pile of relatives in Cleveland. I'll go see them periodically, but like I said, at this present time, I would rather travel outside of the United States than go to the United States. You say, just like Canada, there's a lot of fun and beauty here. There are some beautiful places in the United States, no doubt about it. But the climate, not weather, but just the social political climate, no. Okay, JJ Marr says, what's the best place as an American to visit Canada as a tourist? There are so many. So producer Matt, I think we can put the take down. I'm going to take down the screen share. We'll take it down. We'll take down the poll. Yeah, all right. All right, let's get so okay. In Canada, there are so many places to visit. Oh my goodness. Off one of the nice places to visit if you go to the out west, Alberta, Rocky Mountains, British Columbia, the Okanagan Valley, absolutely beautiful, beautiful. East Coast. And the funny thing is, a lot of Canadians haven't been to a lot of Canada. And one of the reasons why it's more expensive to travel to places in Canada than it is to go to like places in the Caribbean, believe it or not. It's more expensive for me to travel from where I am in Toronto out to British Columbia, which is beautiful. It's more expensive than for me to go to Jamaica. Go figure. But there's a lot of good places. So many. If you want to have an offline chat, I'd recommend. There's so many places. Have been out east. Would love to go. Quebec, Montreal is beautiful. Quebec City is beautiful. Northern Canada, like I've said, I've been to places near the Arctic Circle. If you go during the summertime, it's great. If you like cold, yeah, you can go hit it in the winter. But it's a huge. Well, Canada is like landmass, the second biggest country in the world. There's so many nights. If you like entertainment, all that stuff, Toronto is good. Absolutely, there's a lot of stuff. Toronto's a fast-paced city. Montreal is good. So it all depends your flavor. All depends your flavor. Okay, Food Plane says the West Coast is very hot. The East Coast is where NY City is only hot in the center. The West Coast, the West Coast of Canada can get hot in the winter, but they've been getting snow, which they usually don't get in the winter times. The East Coast, like if you think East Coast of Canada, it can get hot too. But if you love fishing and seafood, East Coast of Canada is on point. On point. Very on point. Okay, Food Plane also says Northeast is specifically hot in the summer. Well, yeah, I know the Northeast of the United States, like here in Canada, this part of Canada, we're getting hit with a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Niagara Falls, producer Matt says Niagara Falls has a lot of attractions on the strip. Yeah, I haven't been to Niagara Falls in such a long time. I haven't been there in a while, so it'd be interesting to see what's going on there. JJ Mars says nothing but very hot here in Arizona. That I've known for a long time. When I was in public school or high school, and it's funny because I can remember some people's names from my high school days. There's a lady named Brenda Harvey, and she had relatives, I don't know if her parents or relatives that lived in Arizona, and she would go down every year to visit parents / family in Arizona. And she brought pictures, and you could see how hot it was in Arizona. Really, really hot place. Really, really hot place. So yeah, the travel thing. Last time I traveled, if people follow the Doc Dutch, I was in Jamaica a few months ago, and it was it March? It was hot then, and now right in the summer, I wouldn't even go down there. It's just too hot. Too hot. Oh, Food Plane says, what part of the world have you not yet been that you'd like to visit? Oh, great question. In no specific order, would like to get to Japan. When I was in university, I took a course in Japanese politics and culture, and Japan just fascinated me. Like to go there. I'm curious to go to China, like the whole Far East, Asia. Would love to go to. I believe my dream trip would be go to Africa and start at the top and go all the way down. That would be a dream trip for me, to start at the top of Africa and go all the way down. That would be absolute fire. So just to give you guys the biggest challenge you face in your personal growth journey, 75% said self-care, 25% said building wealth. So I'm going to get another poll ready for you in just a moment as we fire up another poll here. Let me just see what we're going to do. So I wonder, should we do, yeah, we'll just do another quick poll. But yeah, Africa. As an associate of mine, him and his wife are going. I've been in Ghana. Are in Ghana and doing something else right now. Yeah. Okay. JJ Mars says air conditioning bills are crazy for the residents in Arizona. I believe that, and I'm wondering what my bill's going to be like this summer because we've had the air conditioning on a lot. But here's the funny thing. And I don't know how houses are in the United States, but here, like I live in a house, there's an upstairs and a downstairs. The air conditioner is great upstairs. But if you go downstairs, it's cold. It's cold in the basement. It's so cold. Oh, it looks like I have something in common with the food plane. Says, yes, Japan loved it. I would love to go to Kyoto. Yeah, and also I'm fascinated with Japanese culture. I am too. I'm really fascinated with Japanese culture. I'd love to learn more about it. And even Chinese. I just like to see how the world China operates, especially industry wise and all that, just to see their mindset, how they operate. I'd love to do that sort of stuff. So definitely, hey, maybe food day, maybe you and I will clash in Tokyo. Okay. Oh man, food plane. Love this question. What do you enjoy most about doing this podcast? Not a lot of people have asked me that question. They always ask, "Oh, what's the best interview you've done?" Or this and that and all that. What do I enjoy? Having the multifaceted answer. One of them getting the opportunity to engage with people all around the world. Also, having people have a chance to share their story in a safe and brave space. Another thing, because I have the blessing to work with a lot of interns to learn from them and have them provide an opportunity for them to enhance their skills. Hanging out with people around the world. It isn't physical, but just hanging out with people all around the world and just chatting and learning and then having the opportunity to share their stories with you. Those are some of the things off my top of my alleged mind. Yeah, those I love doing it. Like I am now I definitely now over 6,000. And another thing, I don't call it podcast anymore. I call it my show. The work that myself and people like producer Matt have to do, it's not a podcast. I like to be different. By the way, I like to observe the masses and be different. I call it a show. When people say, "Oh, what's your podcast?" Always, no, I say, "Hold on, correction. It's a show." I go, "Oh." So it's a show that I do. And don't you think this is a show? It's not just a podcast. There's so many podcasts out there. This is a show. And you are part of the success of the show. That's why you're always here. Because I don't like just putting myself and there be no one out there. No. So it is the show, the Morning Vibe show, the Dr. Vibe show, all those things. And I have fun doing it. I'm having more fun now doing it than I was when I started. 100%. So I'm multi-purposing here. So just give me a second because I got another poll up here because some of you are reacting to polls. So I'm just going to see if I can get this one loaded. Reset. Got it. Yes. Got another poll for everybody. Just give me a sec. Let's do it here. All right. Next poll of the day. I'm polling you guys out. You're going to say, "I'm never coming back to Morning Vibe. They ask too many questions." But here's another question for you. What's your favorite way to unwind? Music, TV, movies, reading, or exercise? So if you're we can put up the poll and we can make it happen. I hope the poll's going to go up. Here it is. The poll is up. All right. So if you love you to vote, okay. All right. Food. The food plane don't fool around anymore. He's coming in hard with questions. So here we go. What's the best advice you've ever received? There's so many pieces. One off the top of my head, dreams don't have an expiry date. That's just one. There's many, but that's just one. Uh, okay. There's so many. There's so many. Uh, so if you're watching live on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel, love you to take part in the poll. There's 10 of y'all watching live right now. I hope I ain't asking too invasive a question. Yeah, the votes are coming in. Good. There we go. 100%. All right. The food plane says, what's the hardest part about doing the show? The most challenging part of doing the show. That's a good question. It's not motivation because I love doing it. I'd say making sure bringing quality content to the audience on a consistent basis. Wanting to make sure that what we're doing is aligned with your wants, needs, and desires of the audience. Because I don't like to make assumptions, so that's why this is one of the reasons I'm doing polls, to find out more about what's going on with all of you, so we can bring content that aligns with where you're at. I think that's the most difficult thing. Doing it. Yes, I'd love the show to grow, but hey, it is what it is. It's where it's at. It's where it's at. And again, one of the somewhat nice things is that you have Indie Soup Media with Dr. Tachi, like 28,000 subscribers. She's in the top 4% of all YouTube content creators. I have about 1,850. I'm in the top 10% of YouTube subscribers. I mean, not creators, subscribers. So that's a wonderful thing, an opportunity to have that opportunity. But just making sure that what we're broadcasting or sharing is aligned with you and it isn't wasting your time. Always want to make sure, because it's all about the audience, all about you. It's not about me. All right, so let's go to producer Matt says, other than the show, have you done other forms of media? What sparked your interest in doing this type of thing? Great question. Many years ago, okay, see if I'm going to do the long version, the short version. I see more people are in here, especially on the YouTube channel. We got a poll. See it up on your screen. So go to you if you're on YouTube, Dr. Vibe Show, and you're watching live. We're running a poll. Vote 1, 2, or 3. Would love to know. Got a poll. What's your favorite way to unwind? Music, movies, reading, or exercise? 1, 2, or 3. Enter. We'd love to get that info from you. Just asking. All right. I'll do the short version. When I had hair, going to university, graduated, say, great, I don't have to do any of these things that I don't really care about. I got my paper. There was a bookstore that I attended and visited regularly in Toronto called Burke's Bookstore. And one of the days I went in there, I saw a book on the shelf, Black Men Obsolete, Single, and Dangerous. And I said, hey. So I read a chapter in the store, bought the book, read the whole book that night. Okay, I said, all right, I want to be able to provide a safe and brave space for Black Canadian men to share their ups and their downs. And I'm going to jump through the story. I did do some TV many years ago for Rogers Cable Television, and actually, which is not around anymore. They don't have a local station anymore, which is interesting. How that came about. I interviewed a gentleman who had a show on Rogers at that time. And at the end of the show, I said, look, if there's anything I can help you with, please feel free to ask. 2 weeks later, he called me and said, hey, Dr. Vibe, one of my reporters has left. Would you mind filling in for them? That's how I became a television reporter for a short period of time. So I've done television media for a bit. What sparked my interest in doing this type of thing? I initially was just to provide a safe and brave space for Black Canadian men to share their story. And then it just became bigger than that. So that's the initial. Maybe on another either Freestyles Friday or Mix It Up Monday, I'll go into the whole long thing. So that's an edited version of the journey. All right, so we've got some people voting here. So favorite way to unwind, 67% right now are saying music, 33% are saying TV movies. Let's get those participation points up. All right, Food Plane. At the close of your shows, you usually say a motivational line that you repeat on every show. What inspired that line? Good, another good question, man. Those things have been things that people have shared with me, various people over time, and I said, let's. I like to end on a high note, and it's interesting because more and more now I'm starting our shows with what's a win that you've had, which is a positive thing, to now like a sandwich. So on one end, at the front end, you're getting what's a win you've had. On the other end, I'm sharing with a motivational thing. So it's just various things that people I've either heard or people have said to me in conversation, said, hey, let me put this in one little thing at the end. So that's where I got that from. Next question. Do you know how many shows you've done since you've totally done? Over 6,000. Yeah, over 6,000 now. Gracias. And it was really accelerated during the pandemic. So during the pandemic, when everyone now had to do stuff online, people going, oh, wow, Dr. Vibe, he's been doing this for a long time now. So the people who thought I was doing crazy stuff online shows at the beginning were the people who approached me and said, hey, how can I be part of your platform? So it's like a first circle. Yeah, 6,000. I don't, yeah, it just go on and on. And if you go to the Dr. Vibe Show website, the first show I did is still on there. It's still on there. And all it was, I had one of these, microphone, a laptop, and a dream, and a co-host. And we just started. We're at my dining room table. I just said, you know what? Sometimes you just got to jump off a cliff and grow your wings on the way down. We just started and I didn't quit. Look who's in the house. Opal Inspired. Check her YouTube channel out. She just put a new post up this week. So it's good to see you. Opal Inspired. So we have a poll going on, Opal Inspired, if you want to take part on YouTube. Would love you to participate in the poll. Again, and that's for everyone else who's watching, and this is for people watching live on YouTube. The poll is, what's your favorite way to unwind? 1, music. 2, movies. 3, reading. 4, exercise. So would love you to take things to art, of course. So I didn't put in art. Sorry. If I put in art, will you vote? I'd have to start the whole poll again. I like that. Of course, art is her way to unwind. She's a very good artist. Again, check out her YouTube channel. And she has done a lot of wonderful artistic creations. Food Plane says, have you ever had a guest that you said to yourself, the person will never be on again? Maybe something went wrong. Ha ha! In my journey, I did have a guest come on who came out of left field with something. And I said to myself, I handled it professionally. I said, hey, I just moved on. I said to myself, I'm not going to have them on again unless maybe myself and that person, we need to have a conversation. I didn't know they were going to come up, bring this thing up. And and I just said, and I was with some co-hosts at the time, said, wow, Dr. Vibe, you just sort of shook your head, but you just moved on. I said, yeah, because I could have addressed it live in real time, but it's not about me. It's about the audience. I've made a decision, though, that person if they want to come back on the platform, them and myself have to have a conversation before they come back on. We have to get that thing settled before they come out. But to bring it up and not even mention to me that we're going to bring, I know it's something that I had forgotten a long, long time ago, and they've had many years to discuss it with me, and they bring up live on a platform. I said, I'm not going to roll like that. But very few people, I could say the amount of people, if that I won't be on again, very, very few. Very, very few. Okay, Opal Inspired says, yup. Yup to what? I don't know. Yup to what? Hey, what is up, Fatima Gould, author and speaker? How you doing? Good to have you here. Want to say her and her husband, Ronald, did a smashing conversation 2 Sundays ago on Black Canada Talking about Black love, relationships, working and loving and living together. Highly encourage you to go to the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel and check it out. Great conversation. Absolutely great conversation. Good to have you here. Hope you, Ronald, and all of your fam are doing fine. Okay, the food plane says, how do you handle trolls and or haters? Haven't had that many, to be honest. The trolls, there's a way I don't mind the trolls. Obviously, they're paying attention. If they get really bad, I can block them. Yeah, I can block them. So I haven't had too many on the platform. I've been doing this a while now that people, I know how to handle them, but people know what they're getting on the platform. So they're either going to like it or not. Very few. I'm not obligated to answer them. I'm not obligated to have them on the platform either. So I've had very few incidents with trolls or haters. And if there are people out there who hate me, they haven't come to me face to face. So I'm not going to be worried on something I can't control. Right? But I don't mind getting them. That means people are listening to me. So I take it that way. Hey, they're listening. Okay. Opal says, if you added art to the unwind list, well, for me to do that, I'm going to have to take down the list and add it up again. So unfortunately, I'm not going to do it. So I'm actually going to take down that right now. Oh, stop that. All right. And Fatima, I saw your message on my WhatsApp. I'll be responding to that. But long story short, we'll have to reschedule, but I will send you a text message or call you after we finish today. Oh, who's my favorite talk show host? Don't have one, but have many. So I'll give a few different ones. And again, I wouldn't say he was a great talk show. I loved his show, the Arsenio Hall Show. I loved that show. Many years ago, Tavis Smiley did a show on PBS. Fantastic. And he got a lot of great conversations with people. There's a gentleman many, many years ago named James Lipton who hosted a show called Inside the Actors Studio. If you get a chance to watch any of it online, his shows, he would bring up actors, entertainers, and the research that he did on them, and he would always bring up questions that they had. Where did you know about that? Or where did you find out about that? Inside the Actor Studio. If you want a great show to refer to on great interview, just from I like to say conversations. And again, his was like conversations. It weren't interviews. Yeah, no, that's another good person. Those are three off the top. Again, Arsenio Hall, I don't think he was a great interviewer, but his show and bring up a lot of people that you would never see live on TV. That was great. Same thing with Tavis Smiley. I remember watching an interview many, many years ago he did with Clint Eastwood. And Clint Eastwood is synonymous for not liking to do interviews. And about 15 minutes in, he said, you know what? I really don't like doing interviews, but I'm enjoying this. Bam. When you can get someone to say that during a conversation, that's money. All right. Food Plane says, I love Regis Philbin, Letterman, Carson, and Fallon. Okay. Yeah, they're okay. Opal Inspired has a question for the audience. She goes, I'm curious, when did anyone last pick up a pencil and drew something? I haven't done that in a long time. Building on to that, when was the last time anyone had to wrote something like with a pen or pencil? When was the last time anyone did that, let alone drawing? And I always find it interesting, like everything these days is digital signature. But have you ever had to like sign something with your own handwriting? And like I have to do it periodically. It feels weird. What's this thing I'm holding? I got okay, producer Matt says I did yesterday. Okay. Would love to know what that is. All right. Food Plane says, yes, I agree. Arsenio, Lipton. Yeah, Arsenio and Lipton is awesome. Arsenio was good. I think just the novelty of the people that he had on his show, that was a very unique show, and it hasn't really been copied since. Ah, the Food Plane. Yes. And remember, keep the faith. Yep. That's where I got the keep the faith from. God bless, peace well. God bless, peace be well, and keep the faith. Keep the faith is from Travis Smiley, who I met many years ago and had a opportunity to chat with him for about 10 minutes and told him, this was early in my show days. I said, hey, can you give me any suggestions on what to just keep on going? Just keep on going. Opal Inspired says, fantastic, Matt. So there's a fan. You got a fan, producer Matt. Food Plane says, Arsenio was so much fun. It was different. It was more different than relatable. Yeah, it was a different show. And all, like, if anyone if you have a chance, whether you watch or not, there are shows on YouTube that you can watch. Like the other day I was watching the singer Babyface on the Arsenio Hall show. I know there's a show where he had Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Sugar Ray Leonard on together. That was a phenomenal show. Prince was on there performing live. I don't think Michael Jackson ever appeared on the Arsenio Hall show. That's an interesting thing. I don't think he. You know what? I'm curious now. I don't think Michael Jackson ever did appear on the. And maybe people can correct me on that. I'm just going to check. I don't remember it. Because that you'd be able to see it online. Someone would have a copy to see online. Yes, he did. Well, yes, he did. In 1989. I just see here. Yep. There's actually a YouTube video of it too. But the Arsenio Hall show was on from 1989 to 1994. Yeah, Magic Johnson. Yeah. So Michael Jackson was on the Arsenio Hall show with Eddie Murphy. So apparently Eddie Murphy appeared on the show, and the audience was in for a major and Michael Jackson walked out on stage. And he presented the MTV Award to Murphy as the greatest comedian of all time. Little did Jackson know, Murphy then presented the MTV Award back to him as the greatest video of all time. There we go. Believe it or not, Mariah Carey made her TV debut on the Arsenio Hall show. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton played saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show. For those who are big wrestling heads, Randy Macho Man Savage appeared on the Arsenio Hall. Vanilla Ice, Tupac, the late Tupac was on. Jim Carrey, Martin Lawrence, Madonna, James Brown, Miles Davis, Luther Vandross, Prince, Eazy-E, Sammy Davis Jr., Queen Latifah, Snoop Dogg. Yeah. All those individuals. Those some of the individuals that appeared on the Arsenio Hall show. The McMillan Group. Good morning. Says I sketch and write daily and use a day timer still. So Opal Inspired, you've started a little revolution here. Are we getting an Opal Inspired takeover? Hello. Producer Matt says I had to draw some rough concept art for a friend. I'm commissioning art for my D&D audio show. All right. Food Plane. Who remembers Morton Downey Jr.? Oh, let's not go there, please. Oh my gosh. Yes, he did appear on Arsenio. Yep. Yeah, so I think you're talking about Michael Jackson. So yes, he did appear on Arsenio to surprise Eddie Murphy. Yep. You watched our okay. And then you watch Arsenio every night. Absolutely. It was a staple for many people. And yeah, Derek says he came on but didn't perform about Michael Jackson appearing on the air. And Food Plane says, hello, Derek. And Derek says, good morning, the Food Plane and Dr. Vibe. Yes, absolutely. Opal Inspired says, super fantastic, Matt. Would probably say would like to see it. Oh, there we go. Opal Inspired is putting it out there to you, producer Matt. Putting out to you. You know, I think I'm going to do, should we do another, thinking about doing another poll. Yeah. What do we do? We're going to do another poll. All right, let's do another poll. Since we got a few in here and most of you are watching through the YouTube channel, let me do a quick poll. A really quick poll, and then we'll probably just wind it down. Again, a reminder, on Monday, Carolyn Nicole will be in the house. So she will be in. So you be here. Tell your friends to be here. It's all good. I'm glad I can multi-purpose. So I'm chatting with you, not at you, and getting another poll ready for you all to do. All right. Let's do one more. We'll actually do two more polls. We're going to do this poll, and then we want you also to rate the show at the end. But we're going to do another poll for you right quick. For those who are on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel, that's why you got to do the YouTube thing. Nothing against me on the other channels. Hey, if you can't get to YouTube, but that's that little added bonus when you're on the YouTube. You know, you can get a little bit more engagement. All right, let me just do this. Okay. For the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube watchers, we got another poll coming for you in just a moment. So, this poll is, which word best describes what you want more of your life, what you want more of in your life right now? 1, peace; 2, opportunity; 3, connection; 4, inspiration. So if you're watching live on the Dr. Vibe YouTube channel, press 1, 2, 3, or 4 and enter it in. I'm very curious. I think that's I believe that's a good question. All right, let's get back to the comments. Whoa, there's a whole pile that filed in here. Okay, Opal Inspired says, my challenge to everyone is to pick up a pencil and draw something. You see, it's an Opal Inspired takeover. All right, she says, it can be challenging depending on what you're trying to achieve. Derek says, whoa, some trivia here. I was in the audience in the Dog Pound and was a guest of a friend who's musical director and drummer for Levert on the Arsenio Hall. So, what? That's Derek. We got to get you on the show. You've got a lot of great stories. And again, getting back to the Food Plane, what's one of the reasons I love doing this? That sort of information, and hopefully that'll make an opportunity for Derek to come on the show. Another reason why I love doing this show, there have been some people who have appeared in the past who have their own shows on set. I've been helpful in them starting their own shows, which is really great. Opal Inspired says, but oh, so satisfying. Believe it or not, art allows you to be more autodidactic. It helps totally you to learn and understand things better. Okay. Producer Matt says, would love to put it out there, Opal Inspired. We're still in the production phase, but we record our pilot and 4 prologue one-on-one sessions with my players. Food Plane says, what part of Canada would you advise a first-time visitor to take in the entire culture, including food? Oh, boy. That's a really good question because there's so many different areas. Like the East Coast, if you love seafood, the cosmopolitan nature of Montreal and Toronto. Like if you really want cosmopolitan nature, probably Toronto. Yeah, get the most. You want there's so many different cultures here. Yeah, I'd say Toronto, but again, because it has the most amount of people and the most amount of different cultures, I would say that would be my suggestion. And that's just my lens. Montreal's a great city too. You get all the different cultures, plus you have the French Canadian culture too. All right, want people to engage. Which word best describes what you want more in your life right now? On the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube page, would love you to vote. 1 peace, 2 opportunity, 3 connection, 4 inspiration. Would love you to tell me where you're at in your journey right now. Opal Inspired says, nice, Matt. I'm telling you, maybe one of these days we're going to have to get Opal Inspired and Matt on to do an art show. Or even Opal Inspired to come on and do an art show. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we've got the poll up there. Would love people to... Oh, Food Plane. I love me some hockey. Are you a fan as so many of Canadians? Not as much as I used to. Like, my interest in sports has really declined a lot. One of the reasons why, because I do this. I produce so much content. I don't watch a lot of live TV. Like, there are certain shows I like to watch. I'll catch on a binge or watch at a different time. But I don't watch a lot of live stuff anymore. If there's live content I'm watching, it's live online content. There's certain shows I check out. Opal Inspired says, food to the Food Plane. Toronto is fantastic for cultural events and food events in the summer. Absolutely. 100%. There is so much going on in the city. It's in the summertime. It's out of bounds. You can go to something different every day. Food Plane says, thank you, Opal. I appreciate that. Yeah, there is so much going on at different times especially in the summertime in Toronto. Lots going on. A lot of vibrancy. Just if you can fight the traffic and congestion. That's the only point. If you can deal with the traffic congestion, thumbs up. 100% thumbs up. Traffic and congestion. All right, let's get these people voting in this poll. Come on now. We're going to have it up for a few more moments, and then we're going to wind it down for the day. So I'd love to get your feedback on the poll that we've put up, if you are up to it. Just trying to find something else here. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I will. I'm actually going to tell you what Carolyn's going to be talking about on Monday. All right, so this Monday, great topic. How to be consistent with healthy changes. How to be consistent with healthy changes. I think that's a good conversation topic. Do you? I think that's really good. Opal Inspired says, opportunities are always an asset. Yeah, I love to say the more opportunities, the more freedom. The more opportunities, the more freedom. All right. I think that you guys have had enough of me this morning. Sounds like it. Sounds like I'm going to take down this poll. Yeah, we got that down. We got one more. Oh, and Food Plane says, Carolyn is loaded with great natural health advice. Yeah, absolutely. Like Food Plane, when you come up to Toronto, that is a must person you need to meet. That is a must person. You need to meet Carolyn Nicole. Man, or even maybe attend while you're here. Maybe she's doing a cooking class. You maybe join her during a cooking class. That would be fire. That would be lots of fire. So true, Dr. Vibe. Yes, it is very true that she is fantastique. is actually, before we leave, anyone in the comments, I know Food Plane will answer automatically, but anyone else, Food Plane says she delivers information in a way that is easy to understand. Yeah, 100% about Carolyn. Easy to understand. She's very passionate, but and also she's very caring. Passionate, caring. She believes in the best in everybody. 100%. One more. I guess we'll do two more. This is a general audience question. If anyone, you can tell Food Plane's a foodie. I'm a foodie. So anyone in the chat, do you have any favorite food shows you like to watch? Are there any food shows you like to watch? And Food Plane says about Carolyn, she has a good heart. Absolutely. 100%. Carolyn has a great heart. All right. Has a great heart, Miss Carolyn. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That is a really special family. All right. As we're getting ready to wind it down today. But don't worry, we ain't leaving yet. We ain't leaving yet. Just one more quick thing. So I'm going to come back to the main screen just a second because I know that there's some foodies in the house. So I'm expecting to see some answers to the question. Just give me a second. Just doing something quick here. Good. All right. Let's see if there's any food show watchers here. Kitchen Nightmare. Producer Matt says Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay. Actually, yeah, I love that. Actually, on my device, a TV device, I'm actually watching some of the original Kitchen Nightmares from England. Real old school Kitchen Nightmares. And he actually produced, he started another show called it's called Secret Service, where so what happens, and for other Gordon Ramsay fans, I've been watching, I don't know if it's on any, but I've been watching it through the TV box. What he does is there's a restaurant and there's someone from a restaurant, like he calls an insider, that says to Gordon, our restaurant needs help. So they talk with him, they tell him where the restaurant is, and when the restaurant closes down, they put a key so he can go in and look at the restaurant overnight to see what's going on. Crazy, but really good show. And one of the things I do like about what he does, a lot of people some of the people that have been on his shows, Hell's Kitchen, he brings them in to have them part of the show, like past winners of Hell's Kitchen are participants as like customers. They go in undercover. So it's good. All right, let's see. Food Plane says, currently I still watch MasterChef, Hell's Kitchen. In the past, I miss Iron Chef. Yeah, I miss Iron Chef. Iron Chef, I miss that. So Food Plane question, do you watch MasterChef Australia? Because MasterChef US is one thing. MasterChef Australia is a whole other level, my man. Look up MasterChef Australia on YouTube. Tell me what you think. Or if you want, reach out to me via, I got you on Instagram. I'll share a link or two from some of the episodes. Whole other level. Food Plane says Gordon is very entertaining and he knows his, yes. Well, he would say that word. I'm not going to say it. But yeah, Gordon, and he's very accomplished, very, very accomplished chef. Producer Matt says, oh, Hell's Kitchen is great too. I like Hell's Kitchen. And it's just funny how the contestants, like whenever they go on these shows, they don't get it. They don't know how he is. They seem like they're shocked. He just finds it so very interesting. Senior's Case says, I enjoy Chopped, MasterChef, Recipe TV, any show with Ramsay. Oh, so we got Gordon Ramsay fans here. Yeah, the cursing, I've got over it. Still don't like it, but I definitely watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay shows. And Chopped, loved Chopped. All right. Opal Inspired says, has anyone ever watched Come Dine With Me? The food is not always good, but super funny. I have only watched one episode of that show, but may have to check it out. How can we watch that show, Opal Inspired? The Food Plane goes, yes, it's Gordon's new show. It's a different version of Kitchen Nightmares. Yeah, It is. It is. Senior K says, huge foodie here. Bam. Actually, it was funny. A few years ago during Black Restaurant Week, uh, one of the restaurants delivered me some food. I said, okay. So I went on Instagram Live and started eating the meal that was prepared for me. Would you want to know how many people came in on that Instagram Live? I said, what is it with me eating food live and people coming in? It was crazy. And I did a few episodes, and one guy came in and he came on live with me, and him and I were eating our food at the same time. It was so cool. All right. Opalins, I thought the show was going to end. You guys are just now firing it like crazy with the comments here. Opalins Fire goes, ooh, I love the Great British Bake Off. Haven't seen it, would love to. Macmillan Group says, I still enjoy reruns of Anthony Bourdain's show. What was that called when he did the one he did on CNN? Can't remember the name, but yeah, it was a great show. Food Plane says, I've not heard of that, Opal, talking about the show she mentioned. Food Plane says, I have seen MasterChef Australia and Canada. Which one of the ones you like best, Food Plane? MasterChef Australia, Canada, or US? I have my personal preference, but I'm going to let you answer first. C-Nurse K says, did you see the Secret Service with the 100-year restaurant owner who was still walking and talking lucid? It was incredible and touching. Are you talking about Secret Service? The Ramsey episode? Yeah, I saw that. That lady was amazing. If that's the one you're talking about. It was amazing. It was amazing. Food Plane goes, yes, Anthony Bourdain was the best storyteller. Yeah, very much missed. Ray goes, family cooking showdown. It's interesting to watch the dynamic of regular folks under pressure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Food Plane says, I also remember Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmerman. Yes. And Andrew Zimmerman, he's still on, I don't know if he's still on the Food Network. But yeah, cool guy and very much respected guy. Very much respected guy. Producer Matt, I have created a hurricane here. Her comments coming on like crazy. I was saying, well, let's round it down. No, they're coming on here. Opal Inspire says, come dine with me is online. Individuals invite people to their home and cook for them. Okay. All right. C Nurse K, come dine with me. Was it when they went to each other's home for dinner? Yes, I have seen that. Hilarious and also, and it's hilarious and also gross sometimes. Reinforces why I don't eat from just anyone. Okay. Oh, yes. Opal Inspires. Keep on telling you about the mukbang is a thing. Yes, she'll remind me about mukbang. Food Plane says, FYI, the first major food reality-based show was called The Restaurant with Rocco DiSpirito. Rocco DiSpirito is currently on the Food Network, and he also takes part in there's a show that Guy Fieri runs. Their top line chefs compete against each other. Tournament of Champions. Yeah, he was on that, and he was a judge, but this most recent season he was a participant. Good trivia here. Wonderful. Wow. I thought it was going to be finished 10 minutes ago. Obviously, it wasn't. All right. I think we're going to put up one last poll today. So let me put it up and then call it a day. As always, and I don't do this all the time, I should need to do it more often. What did you think about, if you're watching on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel, what did you think about today's show? Rate it from 1 to 5. 1, saying it was terrible, fine, it was out of bounds. Would love to get your feedback on what you thought about today's show. I enjoyed it. C Nurse K says, my mom and I were huge fans of Emeril Lagasse. I think you spelled it right, by the way. He seasons his food well. Bam! Yes, bam! Emeril Lagasse, bam. He was one of the major influences of me getting involved to start cooking, Emeril Lagasse. And they show how he had the band on set. That was so cool. Okay, Opal Inspired says, Parts Unknown was actually Anthony Bourdain's show, not Michael, but Anthony Bourdain's. Okay, great. I was trying to remember, but I think this is when you have great family online. Thank you for all the votes. Thank you for all the votes. Love the fives. Love the fives. There's a big fat five. Food plane, a big fat five. We hungry. Macmillan Group, great show. Thank you again. Frequency of Bed Promotions, I'm back. We're finishing now. I'm back. We're finishing now. And Food Plane, 5 stars. Fantastique. As one of the judges on MasterChef Australia, he's a two-star Michelin chef. French, he goes, fantastique. But yeah, if you are into food shows, even if it's online, check out, just a suggestion, check out MasterChef Australia. It is, the dishes that some of the chefs come up with are just next level. Frequency of Promotions goes, haha. C Nurse K says, wonderful show. Thank you. Also, Frequency of Promotions, no worries. All right. I think that today's show is a wrap. Okay. How do we finish off? This is the way we finish off. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show and hit the YouTube button. That's on YouTube, by the way. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube. Hit the notification. Subscribe and hit the notification button so you get notified. Also, like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack to advertise your business, product, or service on our show or any of the shows that I'm involved with. Email me, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Join our Discord group. Email me or click on the link that you see on the screen or that's in the comments section on all the platforms that I did stuff on today. So we really multi-purposed. Website for Ryan Knight, Ryan Oneil Knight. RyanOneilKnight.com. That's a KN, not an N. LinkedIn, Ryan Oneil Knight. Instagram at Ryan.Knight99. Email address, work with me at RyanOneilKnight.com, RyanOneilKnight.com. He'll be back with us on Monday with Carolyn Nicole. And then myself, website, the drvibeshow.com, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok, The Dr. Vibe Show. Instagram at the drvibeshow. X at drvibe. Email dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Substack. Yes, Substack. We're broadcasting on a regular basis live there, and I'm starting to put up replays. drvibe.substack. I'm not going to spell it out. Substack.com/subscribe. Also, Blue Sky at drvibe.bsky social. And you can watch replays of the Morning Vibe on the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Ryan Oneil Knight and the Afro Caribbean Business Network on YouTube. We have 2 more comments. Want to put them up. Frequency Event Promotion says, have a great weekend, Dr. Vibe, and to your listeners, right back at you. And Food Plate says, thanks for taking the questions and thanks for the stream. Well, my pleasure. Thanks for all you being here. And I love the questions. When I first started out, I said, I'm not going to take any questions, but I am getting more comfortable with the family. So I'm glad the family is asking me questions and I'm giving you the answers. You may not want to hear them, but I'm just putting them out. That's the most important thing. All right, this is how we finish off. Live your life. This, again, Food Plane, as you said, I say something in the end. Here we go. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get smaller to get stronger. Block assumptions. Aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. But try to do both. And then also make it better. God bless. Peace, well. Keep the faith, as Tavis Smiley taught me. And says, keep the faith and walk good. We will see you on Monday. Be well, and thanks for an amazing show. Be well and keep the faith. Bye.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.